Everybody has a podcast.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, hope all everybody has a podcast. Welcome into the show, everyone. Oh, goddamn. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Man, what a weekend it was. Whis coming in. My man.
J.Wiggy, take out the trash!
Coming in hot. Sounded like you were smoking something hot. G Mills, did you choke a little bit?
I was smoking earlier on, and sometimes being a long time smoker, really I don't smoke anymore. I just do the wax and
Good shit.
rosin. I can't even smoke in my condo anymore. They be trying to find me up and shit, so I go outside like a bitch. Yeah. But it is what it is.
What's a fine go for? How much is a smoking
It depends on your level of what it is. At the end, they want to hit you up for 500 if you keep doing it.
No.
Yeah. So I'm not smoking inside anymore.
No.
Anymore, folks. Yeah, but
Fucking condo association.
These goddamn associations. How's your weekend, my man?
It was good. I spent a lot of time in my sunroom. You've been there, trying to convert it a little more.
Oh, yeah.
It's off to the back of the cribbage. Trying to update it, do a little painting, trying to get some floors up in the next couple of weeks. By football season, I want to get it to where when you come over and you can smoke in there, no fees or fines coming your way. Just kind of make it a little more comfortable than it is. Yeah, so I spent some time in there.
Have you expanded it, or is it this in this the same?
No expansion.
What are you trying to do to it?
Trying to paint it. I'm going to get some floors in the coming weeks. New furniture out there. I am going to expand the deck which it's connected to. So we'll have more room out there and try to put up some privacy barriers. My
You know what
neighbors.
you ought to do is put a big ass trough out there and get a bunch of pigs. Look about associations. They'll kick my ass out the neighborhood, God damn it.
$500 we got leaned on. This sucks. You ever been to a man? I went to a flea market one time. And in the restroom, they had a fucking trough that you piss in.
Oh yeah, that's those. They have those at like at the baseball stadiums and
high school football games and shit. Man, that's I don't think I'm down with that.
You can look at penises if you want to. If you want to sneak a peek, it's right there. No barriers.
It's not on my my list of things to do, but it always, man, it's just a slew of piss. It's always gonna be stanky in there. But a urinal would be good out there. That way people don't have to come back inside to pee. But no, with all sincerity, that was my weekend. Spending some time out there, but it's an investment into our football future. I'm trying to make it more comfortable for you and Whis and myself when we come over or you guys visit, and you can smoke to your heart's content.
I tell you what would make you more comfortable: a stripper pole and some hookers and strippers. Well, I don't know about the wife over there. She might not like that.
I'll tell her it's
that might be a deal breaker.
A support beam or something like that. Why is it gold and shit? Why is there glitter over it?
Why is there glitter everywhere? You son of a bitch! I knew it.
I knew it. Yeah, I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. I actually like that idea. I'll see if I can pull it off. But it's going to be nice when we have. We'll have some football out there. We'll have some live on location podcast.
We probably won't never do any live on vote.
It ain't gonna.
That shit's too hard. I actually have everything to do. I just have to bring but it's like one microphone, and I've never tested it, and I don't know. I
didn't think about that because I guess on my end, I got the easy part. I'm just coming in and hanging out. You got the.
They have those. Actually, it's they're real weird looking, but like the portable Dilios, which I kind of have, but I kind of don't. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the real small ones that have the microphone outs, and you still need. I don't know. I guess you need a computer. Anyway, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But if there was something that was just like you could like set up in the middle of a table and it was easy to use and shit, but this is not. You have to go and do all the configuring and shit.
I thought about that for I know our lovely listeners. We go down to a nice field and have field parties like bonfires and things like that. And this season, I'm actually down a MiFi. I don't have my MiFi anymore. Company, we don't use them anymore, so because everything's built in. So I got to figure something out that if we go that route, because man, I always enjoy a good bonfire field party, don't you? Always fun times.
Yeah, what you could do is actually there's Straight Talk has like a home internet thingamadoob.
Really?
It's you need to go in there and check your address first before you buy it, but it's just like a little cube. You hook it up. Yeah, okay. It's made for just straight up there, like leaving there, like at the house. And you buy a little $45 card each month for it. It's unlimited. I've heard good things. So it's just if it's available, but that might be.
That would actually be pretty sweet. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. We actually at the house just went to a cellular internet service. We've been trying it out just because our actual local company fucking ass raping us on fucking payments. So that's I'm gonna look at that because we got it. It works good here, but it's for this address. I think for the field, I'm gonna look at something that I can do maybe by a month or because that's a cheap price. These things are getting more popular. So
yeah, it's like $99 for the unit and like $45 a month unlimited.
It's not bad. I'd be down with that. So you know what? You may have saved football season. We're gonna write a children's story about Grant Mills saving football season.
Just make sure illustrated. Check your address because it's not a big deal. Walmart will take your shit back, but you need to check it before because
before everybody's down there with all the shit coming in and we can't watch football. God damn it, you asshole!
Guess who's in the house? What up?
What are we?
I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Well, hosting a fucking podcast. What are you up to?
I'm gracing y'all with my presence, motherfuckers.
Oh, I'm glad you could be here. We're glad you could make it.
Yeah. What up, Whis?
What up, Wiggy? What the fuck, motherfucker?
Yeah. Look forward to seeing you this year. We're already every week is football week on this on Everybody Has a Podcast. But how was your weekend, Whis?
It was pretty good. Wendy and I, we went up to the cabins in the Appalachian Mountains, and it was pretty cool. Hung out and had a pretty good weekend.
That sounds all right, I guess. I don't know.
You're just
Cabin.
fucking haters.
I don't hate anyone.
You hate love. Listen, I'm romantic and shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Whatever. When that relationship goes crashing down.
Hey, you shut up, you pessimist.
Pessimist.
Oh, Whis using big words. Man,
hot.
what? Coming in hot. Hey, what? Baller Buster will be coming up actually May the 1st, because the draft is the April 27th, I think, to the 29th. And so after that's done, then that Monday we will have your annual edition of Baller or Buster. Yeah. So, with that being said, everyone, man, the boys had a good weekend. I didn't really do too much, man. I mean, Wiggs, what were you? Did you go anywhere? What, you and the wife go to pumpkin fruit patch?
Fruit patch, strawberry picking. No. This weekend, no, I kept it low key at the house. I feel like I've been doing that. I feel like my bad time of the year is always in the fall and again, football time. No, you know what? Went out and I did try some. Picked up some local beers while I was working this weekend, but I'm trying to prep. I'm just trying to prep and have it so I can have people over without being ashamed of my little hangout. So no wife stuff. She did her own thing. I did my own thing this weekend. I feel like a boring ass. I'm suburban.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't do too much myself. I was kind of boring. Hung out. I believe I told you guys the weekend before I went to the Museum of Art. It was all right. I've been telling myself I'm going to get out and do more shit, but I just get real high and drunk, watch XFL, and pass out on the couch. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to be more productive starting this weekend. All right. But this last weekend, man, what a hell of a game that DC Defenders and who the fuck was the other team? Oh, Orlando Guardians. Man, that was a good game.
That was I actually caught some of that, and that was the 6-0 and the 0-6, right? That was
oh yeah,
when undefeated versus winless, and the Guardians pulled it the fuck out. Unbelievable.
They did though. I can't remember the name of the quarterback, Quinn, some shit. Anyway, looks like they are fucking doing getting one win. At least they're not winless. So
yeah, that's a good question. Talking about, and I looked at this earlier. I was going through our picks. By the way, no surprise, sneak peek. Nobody picked against DC. Guardians busted all our asses. But we're in week 7 now, going on week 8. And so we're going to be getting the next month into the semifinals and the championship. How are they going to, you got 8 teams, so they're going to take, it looks like 4 teams. I guess they're just doing it like a playoff and whoever's best record. Is that your understanding of how they're going to pull out the semifinals, then the championship?
I have no idea. I guess we'll find that out. Yeah, no, I don't know. But I know that fucking game was probably the best game. I caught that one, and then I think I missed the Houston one. But then there was that Houston? I don't know. I caught another one. I don't know who it was, though. And it wasn't as good. But, man, football action still going on.
Yeah, I saw some.
I'm loving that shit.
Yeah, Sunday, yesterday, Battlehawks and Roughnecks. Still the AJ McCarron. Man, just a good, consistent quarterback. He put up 222, 3 TDs. I'd be shocked if he wasn't in contention if they have a player of the year or something like that. I mean, he's been solid every fucking game.
Damn right. All right, let's go ahead and go to the goddamn phones right now. Let's see what's going on with Harriet and T-Town. Oh my God, what happened there? That was, what's Klaus? What the fuck's going on? Hit the phone bank. He's got. I don't know what the hell's happening. What you got? Harriet up. Harriet on line 1. Harriet.
It's Harriet from T-Town. I just want to ask y'all what you think about the NCAA Women's Championship in basketball, and I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you, Harriet. I didn't. Well, actually, I'm lying. I caught some of it. The Women's Championship of basketball, which I normally never ever watch. But the weird thing about this year is it's actually really people are really interested in it more than the men's tournament. And honestly, I don't really even watch neither of them. But now this year they got old Caitlin Clark, so she's a baller, and then everything with the LSU because they were actually supposed to get beat by South Khaki because that's a very good team there. And yeah, so everybody's talking about women's basketball today. We got a controversy kind of like I can't remember the girl's name from LSU. It was
Elisa Reese.
Yeah.
Angela Reese. Is that
Miss
right?
Reese.
Miss Reese.
Yeah, so I don't see the big deal. I think it's all fun to me. We're talking about it, aren't we?
Angel Reese. My apologies.
Yeah. We're talking about it, aren't we?
Yeah.
They're getting those ticket sales, aren't they? Okay, so what the fuck's the problem? There's not a problem. It's actually good for the game. And actually, all those haters calling up and talking shit about it, fuck them, man. That's actually a good thing because it's drawn more attention to a sport that really, I'm not going to tell you I give a fuck about women's basketball, okay? But as far as this shit for that, I think this is a good thing for just the sport in general.
Yeah, I agree. It's I didn't watch it. Probably not going to in the future. Not gonna lie, just not really a basketball fan. But I'm a sports guy. It doesn't matter, men, women. If it's entertaining, it's entertaining. The fucking media, they want to talk. Oh, it's racism stuff. You know what? I like talking shit. I like entertainment, and that's what's appealing. They have to turn it political. I fucking hate that every time. Social and political. Dude, let them talk shit and throw hands and celebrate and be over the top. That's what's going to draw people in for a sport, or at least women's sports have been criticized so long, and it drew more. And then I think they said both the Sugar Bowl and the Orange Bowl this past year. Let them enjoy it, and you know what? Make a rivalry of it. Talk about LSU. Don't talk about the narratives. Don't make this whole shit into gender and race and shit. Just talk classless. And I don't even hear people saying that. I hear people saying what you said. Oh, I had a good time. I actually watched it. This shit was okay. But the media has to fuck it up. It's like you finally get something good and they have to shit on it. Just a little bit. Don't put the goddamn political spin on it. But I would watch it. It sounds like it's good for women's basketball. I love college athletics. So maybe, just maybe in the future, I'll tune in.
Maybe.
I tune in, y'all, because I just love women.
No. All right. Man, remember when Don Imus and all of them was like, okay, I don't even want to go into that. That was
God.
What an idiot, man. Like, really? Why? How are you going to do that shit? It was more, it was terrible, but it was just so, the thing that was funny about that was how stupid he was, man. I was just like, I gotta laugh at that guy for being a fucking idiot, man.
God,
he was what a fucking idiot. He was just really, man. That was just, oh my God.
I remember that. He was a bizarre looking individual too, Don Imus.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and I think he had a feud with Howard Stern, and I think when Don Amici died in like 2018, and they asked Howard Stern about it, and he goes, "I don't care." I mean, why would you, man? Fuck him, dude. They've feuded for years, and I don't like Howard Stern anymore, and he's a woke fucking
No.
idiot. But he was, he did his thing back in the day. So
Oh yeah. Howard. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't get political, and I don't want any of our lovely fans to ever tune in and think we're gonna get political. That's not what it's about. But it is a part of the American culture now, and it's so fucking annoying. I mean, everything has to be a fucking issue, can't you? And I don't even think it's 85% of the people out there, probably 90. I think it's the media that portrays this shit, and you have your fringe groups, left, right, whatever the fuck they are, that just have loud voices, and that's who you put out there. But yeah, the Don Imus, man, I remember that shit. I'm not even gonna say what he said, and maybe he said that a couple years before he died, right? Was it Rutgers that he was talking about?
yeah, it was Rutgers. Yeah.
Yeah, that man, dude, God, what a fucking idiot.
What an idiot. All right, we got Jerry in Knoxville up next. Jerry.
Hey, boss, this is Jerry from Knoxville. I want to ask you this. Now, if you have a grilled cheese and you put bacon on there, is it still a grilled cheese? Or is it a bacon sandwich with cheese? What y'all think about that? I think it's still a grilled cheese. What you think about that, boss?
That's a bacon sandwich, dumbass.
You know what? I don't know. It's got a meat
Yes.
on there. Does meat override cheese?
Oh, I mean, were you going in with the intent of making a grilled cheese and decided to add bacon? Because in that case, it's a grilled cheese with bacon. But if you were concocting all the ingredients together to make a sandwich, I think it's intent based. What's your intent with this sandwich?
Is it bacon bits or like whole slabs?
Ooh, God.
Whole strips.
Bacon's so fucking good. I've gotten to that habit when I go order if I'm traveling for work and go get breakfast, I'll grab a chicken biscuit, something like that, or a
Chicken biscuit. Damn. How many meals a day do you eat?
You know what? I don't eat as much as I used to, but really, I probably, usually about 3. I don't need a ton.
You ever do any of that intermittent fasting?
You know what? I've tried it. I don't feel good fasting. It just fucks up my stomach too much. If I'm trying to cut down, I did. I trimmed down about 12 pounds over the past 12, 13 weeks. And I mean, really, it was just cutting back on the bullshit. I mean, that's simple enough. But yeah, I didn't do anything special. Moved more, ate less. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. But really just cutting down the bullshit. But nah, nothing fancy for me. No fasting. I tried it once, twice, and man, I felt like shit. Not a fan.
It's supposed to be really good for you. My diet is like this. Wake up in the morning, usually espresso or some kind of caffeine. Usually not anything to eat until like 5, 6 o'clock. And then it's like 2 dinners, maybe 3.
Damn.
Because I just can't eat no fucking meal and then go out in the field. And, doing shit slows me down. I feel like I need to take a fucking nap, or some shit like that. And so I don't like eating anything, like taking lunches and shit. I like to get my shit done and then I'm out. And so, I've been trying to be a little bit better about that because I don't know if that's good or not. But I can't like eat a bunch of shit and do that. So
yeah, that's everybody's got their own kind of you got your own schedule and clock. I mean, for me, I'm the same way with the morning. I rarely eat in the I'm with you. Got to have my coffee in the morning, and I may have like a ready to drink protein a little bit after that. But I mean, I don't really get that hungry. Now, if I'm driving and I know my only opportunities are going to be in the morning before I leave, and then probably when I'm heading back, which is like a super late lunch, that's just the only reason, just so I'm not fucking hungry as hell towards the end of the day. But no, I don't do anything crazy. No 5, 6 little meals a day. I don't like that. I'll have 2 or 3 meals, and I'll probably have a protein twice a day. But I mean, nothing even special. No shakes or anything. I literally take the protein, shake it with some water, and shoot it like a shot, and that's it. I mean, People make the shit much harder than it has to be.
Does your wife usually cook, or like is it just what? Or y'all do that prepping,
Yeah,
meal
we do.
prep shit, don't you?
Yeah, you know,
So
I
no cooking when you get home. You gotta like get out of like a Tupperware basket.
man, yeah, she goes as far. She's good at it. She's a good cook, and she labels it. I mean, you go in there. There's meats. I think this week we got some spaghetti, some tacos, so some good stuff this week. Some chicken breast, um, and then sides, some veggies, some fruits, potatoes, things like that. I love it. I love it more for efficiency and convenience. I mean, to me, I used to do that. It always just seemed like you come home, you got to cook. Oh, you want potatoes. Now you're chopping motherfucking potatoes. And then it wastes time. I love being able to go to the fridge, pick out something, heat it up, and just call it a night. So it's worth it. I think so. I like efficiency in the kitchen. You wouldn't try it? Would you meal prep?
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think I'm too like, chicken the rest of the week. I'm like I don't know, man. Like I'm too spur of the moment. Like I see myself being like, I don't want to go home to this Tupperware shit. I'm gonna go out or, go get something, go to the store. I'm real weird. I go through food phases as well.
Yes.
So I don't
That's
know. I think
reasonable.
it's not a bad idea, actually. I just don't know how to keep it interesting, I guess. But that's kind of general as well,
I get it though. I mean, but I try to leave. I know I'm going to travel 2 days a week, and I know I'm not going to be home in time to eat what we have in the fridge. So I think I try to leave it open, and I'll try to, if I know it's Monday or Tuesday, and I'm probably going to be at home, I'll just eat it. And then, like I said, she's a good cook, so it's really good. But yeah, I mean, you can't eat the chicken and rice and stuff all the time. Need a little variety, some delicious shit.
Hell yeah. So you ever eat at Shake Shack?
You know what? I've never eaten there. I've always wondered how it was. Is that something? Is that part of your weirdness in diets? You like Shake Shack?
No, with the Burger Quest. I told you I was gonna get some meat, and so there's this thing that sells, your favorite restaurant stuff. Like if you wanted like 100 spot of some wings from the Anchor Bar, you can order it. It's like a vendor for all these places, right? So, Shake Shack is one, and a few weeks ago, I got it's cool. They send you a pack of the ground beef, which is a Pat LaFrida blend, and it's very good. And then the cheese and the potato bun, and then the burger sauce, and did I say the cheese?
The
So
cheese.
like the only thing that it's like a really good cheese. It's like because I usually go with the Sargento is what I've been going with, the Sargento mild cheddar slices, which are good. But this cheese that they send you, it's like more of a deli, kind of more like craft slices. But like man, on that burger, man, it was amazing. I just did a little spice blend. I forgot what the spice blend was. It was like cane sugar, garlic, cracked pepper, maybe some brown sugar in there. Anyway, put that on there and then fried them in the tallow. Man, it was amazing. It was amazing. So I got some more. I'm gonna pig out and then probably think of a new regional burger to tackle, folks, because I've mastered the Dyer's deep fried cheeseburger, my friends.
Yum.
Very good. Let's go ahead and take another call. We got Raj next up.
Raj.
Oh, shit.
This is Raj in North Carolina. I want to know what you're thinking about CJ Stroud at the Carolina Panthers. And also, my hair is fucked up. How do you achieve that dry look but still styled? I would like to know that. And you have a good evening. I will listen to your reply.
Raj! Thanks for calling, buddy. Loyal caller there. Raj, so CJ Stroud, they're going to either pick him or Bryce. If you were a GM, what would you do? Would you go with Bryce or CJ?
Tough call. We touched a little bit on that last week. I think Bryce is only real big. I mean, you can look at technical and really, there's really no glares. There's always ways to improve. But I mean, you're looking apples to apples. He's just undersized. I just don't think I could bet against Bryce. I mean, and I don't. I'm hoping my Bama bias isn't showing through. But I mean, Bryce has been really generational at every level he's played at. Great college. I mean, I think he was an Elite 11 guy, something like that. It's always been just a really good guy. CJ Stroud's not far behind. I think he obviously probably has the more physical prowess that you're looking for. But I don't. I would stick with Bryce, and that's really just because I think he's just technically more sound, but physically, NFL, CJ's certainly appealing there. Hey, what say you?
I'm definitely going with Bryce. I think he's. I don't know. That's just my feeling. I think he's got more of a I don't know if I want to say Russell Wilson, but maybe kind of like he's more dynamic like him.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, I mean, he's damn good. Don't get me wrong, and they did hang with Georgia. That was a close game, but in the end, I think I'd go with Bryce.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Ohio State is hard to gauge, and I was surprised they hung with Georgia because, I mean, let's go ahead and just say it. I mean, they're not playing a Bama schedule, and I think that's a tough gauge when you're Bama and Bryce, and you're playing a tough schedule, SEC, pretty consistently. Not knocking Ohio State there, but I don't know. I think the appeal is the size, and really though, people are looking. Bryce weighed in. What was he? 205, something like that. 206, and I mean CJ Stroud's only 8 pounds heavier, but he's 5 inches taller. Mm-hmm. So I mean, really not that much of a. I don't know. They look at all that other weird shit, the wingspan and all, tip to tip. Oh, how big's his fucking hand?
It's also a little different of a game now. You're prototypical 6'3" pocket passer, no mobility. Like Tom Brady, quarterback is not really. It's relevant, but it's not a requirement anymore.
I think I think you still got some of those old scouts that still look at that. I mean, as somebody that still trains and been around training for a while. I mean, even back in high school, loved watching the statistics and the numbers guys put up because it's impressive. But you don't see that really translate a lot. Who was it? Steven Piea years ago that set the bench press record. I mean, what the fuck did he do? I mean, it's a lot of it to me is you get a good idea of how strong they are and all that. But I mean, it's not going to tell the story. I mean, would you think Tom Brady was going to be a fucking middle-aged man still winning championships? I don't think anybody did. So,
well, I'm going with C.J. Stroud, dumbasses.
God.
Ohio State University.
All right. And on that note, everyone. Oh, yeah. What up? Oh, yeah, I forgot something earlier.
Damn.
There you go, damn it. All right. Usually do that at the beginning of every show. It's a good luck thing. Anyway, what's going on in the news, you probably wondering? Me too. So let's get into some news. Well, I love me some Raymond. And not the cheap shit, but, sometimes I get a little fancy. Raymond Shop bans customers from using smartphones while dining. This is an article by Ben Hooper. The owner of a ramen noodle eatery in Japan said he is banning customers from using their phones in order to speed up seating times and preserve the integrity of the dish. Kota Kai, owner and operator of Tokyo Eatery Dobuchan, said he noticed the customers who waited the longest to dig into the bowls of ramen noodles placed them in front of them, tending to be watching YouTube on their phones. Kay said he was concerned not only about customers tying up valuable seating space during peak hours, but about the way the thin Hakata ramen noodles stretch out and are ruined after too many minutes in the soup. Restaurant owner first pitched the idea of a smartphone ban on Twitter, and positive responses led to his enacting the policy. Kay said he is not posting any signs about the phone ban, but has started speaking to customers individually by keeping their phones put away during mealtime. I feel it's entertainment that is bound to include rules. It's like when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and ramen is a form of entertainment. Quote, end quote. So I don't have a problem with this. Whatever, it's his fucking place. Fools, they do dumb shit and probably, whatever, man. I mean, and eat the goddamn soup, you know? Get on your phone later on, you fuckers. You know?
Fuckers.
I love ramen, y'all. Chicken's my favorite flavor.
I haven't eaten cheap ramen in a while because it's so sodium laced. But now taking the noodles out and like doing a little shit with them without the powder is kind of cool. If you get into like that kind of deal. But it's been a minute. But hell, man, I mean, let the guy fucking enact his own rules. What else is going on? Well, Australian creates the world's widest wig. Measuring more than 8 feet across. Damn, it's got a fucking picture of this thing. What the
I gotta
fuck?
look this shit up.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
That shit looks crazy. This article is also by Ben Huber. An Australian resident broke a Guinness World Record when they crafted a wig measuring 8 feet 6 inches wide.
Oh god.
Guinness World Records announced Danny Reynolds, that's Danny with an I, broke the record for the world's widest wig when they created the oversized faux hairdo. Reynolds based the color and texture of the wig on their own hair and created a substructure to support the massive mop of fabric. The support structure was made from a bike helmet, PVC pipe, pool noodles, cable ties, and aluminum rods, Guinness said. Yeah, this thing's crazy fucking looking.
Yeah, this is man, what if you went to a bar and a girl walked in with that and was trying to holler at you?
I don't know what the hell I do. Man, that is okay. So that's a big ass wig right there. And this
How much
dude,
that motherfucker weigh?
it did not say. It looks pretty heavy though. I think gotta be, I don't know, like 80 pounds.
Goddamn.
He's got all kind of PVC pipe in there and, build the substructure.
Yeah.
So, to each their own, I guess. That's one big ass wig. Man, what else the fuck is going on? That's what you're asking me right now. And that's what I am thinking. Well, let's go on to the video game side of things. It's been kind of a minute since we've gotten into that. What's going on? Well, the Steam Deck. You have a Steam Deck?
No Steam Deck.
I don't have one either. It's looking like Asus is making a competitor version of the Steam Deck. It's like if you have Steam, it's like a little portable deal, kind of like a PSP that you play your Steam games on.
I've seen them. They look cool though. I wouldn't mind. I looked a little this weekend, actually trying to decide if I wanted to jump into another console or upgrade my computer so I could game on this one. This one's a little shitty, the one I got. So a Steam Deck, it looks pretty fucking cool. It kind of gives me that Game Gear vibes, blast from the past.
Yeah, that might be a kind of a cool little thing to have. A lot of people make handheld gaming PCs. It's kind of been a long-running thing. Launching under the company's Republic of Gamers label. This is the ROG Ally. There is a ROG Ally, I guess is the name of the thing. It kind of looks like a Steam Deck if you know what that is. While the handheld reveal video runs for 3 whole minutes, you can check that out on YouTube, ROG Ally. There's not a single mention of specs. It looks like it's going to run on a custom AMD chip that'll be compatible with Asus's existing external GPU used by its laptops. A bunch of influencers looks like they got their hands on the device, and the videos don't really have any hard numbers, but you can go check out what they say about them. The Ally will run Windows 11 has a fairly traditional control setup with 2 analog sticks, a D-pad, 4 primarily face button, and some triggers. It looks pretty cool in the vids, but this is pre-release marketing, so you never know what this mug is going to look like when it gets done. And it'll probably be pretty high price too. There ain't no prices on here, but you can go look at the ROG on YouTube if you're a nerd. Go check that out if you want to do that shit. I probably won't buy it, but it looks kind of cool. I know. I got too many shit. I got a Nintendo Switch. I got a handheld fucking thing in my backpack that has all the, it's got a bunch of emulators on it. It's kind of cool. I never play this shit though. So we've already talked about that. I never play it. I don't play it enough. I'm not a huge nerd enough. So yeah.
Did you have did you get the SNES, the Super Nintendo Classic, the emulator? Or you didn't get that?
It's on the handheld one, and I actually have a little Super Nintendo little thingamadoop console.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought you said that before.
25 games on it. I never play it either. I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere. But still pretty cool. Sometimes you might get that itch to play some games, and you never fucking know. Some more odd news. I don't know. This is another world record. By Ben Hooper is the article. 4-year-old boy becomes the youngest person to publish a book. United Arab Emirates boy as the youngest person to publish a book at 4 years old. The Elephant Saeed and the Bear.
That should sound like every other kid's book. He sucks.
Yeah, it looks like a kid's book. I mean, whatever. Yeah, this story's boring. All right, let's so what else is going on here? Fuck that positive nonsense.
Yeah, give me.
What else is going on here? We're all fucking strippers.
We're all gonna spin it. 4-year-old boy, fuck him. It was probably his parents who wrote it.
Oh yeah, right. God,
trying to make money off his ass.
Y'all assholes.
Well, there's nothing really else going on, man. A lot of boring shit in the news right now, and slow news day. For you guys wondering about the basketball championship going on right now, San Diego State 45, UConn 56. I was thinking UConn is probably going to win, even though I don't know shit about basketball. That's, that's what I was thinking.
I think if you're a non-basketball fan and somebody mentions UConn, they sound like they've won a lot before. And I believe they have, but I wouldn't put money on how much. It's like Alabama football. You know them, or the Patriots. You know them. You know they're good. So, yeah, I think I saw a San Diego State and UConn. I'd put the money on UConn, and that's just purely fucking guessing.
What
it do?
Regina in Charleston, South Carolina is up next on the phone lines.
Hey, boys, this is Regina from South Carolina. Charleston, to be exact. I just want to ask y'all what you thought about the new baseball rules. I think they're going to be good for baseball. I mean, what are you thinking? I want to know what you guys think about it.
Thank you for the call. I don't watch baseball. You're our resident baseball guru there, J.Wiggy. What do you think about these rules? Think they're going to speed up the game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the problem. I think they need to cut this. I mean, I get it. But, I mean, see, it's okay. If it speeds up the game, that's fine. But if people really enjoy the game, you don't want it sped up anyways. You want to enjoy the game. So I don't think the pitch clock and all that shit's the problem. I think the 118,000 games they play in a fucking season is the real issue. I mean, dude, you could turn it on during the middle of the week. There's like a baseball game on like a Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Like, who the fuck is there? I think that's what it is. I don't think they need to have these 100+ game seasons. That's fucking stupid. Man, I think they should go to like a 50 game season, 50, 60, some shit that's a lot more reasonable, a lot more healthy for these guys.
What are they now? Like 80 games or something?
Dude, it's like 100. How many? Let me look it up. Now it's going to bother me. How many MLB games in a season? God bless. 162.
Oh, damn.
Each team plays 162 games. 81 is the home team, 81 is the visitor. That's fucking dumb. That's too many motherfucking games to play. Cut that shit in half. If you have that many games, it's not that, and they still charge an arm and a leg to go, but hell, half of them aren't even sold out. So, yeah, to answer the question, I don't think the pitch clock is a bad thing. I don't think it's a game changer, no pun intended. I just don't think it's it's going to speed it up. Okay, well, then what? You're still playing 162 motherfucking games. It's too many fucking games to play. That's my gospel, and I'll preach it.
That's a lot of games, man. I think you're right. Maybe they need to change it up, streamline it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you put them on, prime time during night games and make it, like I said, you can turn on. I went to a Yankees game years ago when I was up training in Connecticut. We actually took a day, didn't have anything to do, or it was one of our days off, whatever it was. I mean, it's like the middle of the fucking week, and like in the afternoon before everybody's off work, and you go to a ball game. I mean, that's fun. I mean, you can obviously still have those, but 162 motherfucking games. Dude, make it a prime time fun. Get some entertainment on a baseball game. So, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever sat and watched a whole fucking baseball game? I know you haven't, Grant Mills, but I'm just going to ask you. Have you?
Like what, at the ballpark or on TV?
On TV, tuned in, watched a game from start to finish.
Oh, no.
No, I haven't. I can't remember a time that I did it. And I grew up playing baseball, and I loved it, and it's fun to play. But I can understand why nobody wants to watch this shit. I mean, it is a slow-paced defensive game, and there's not a lot of best hitters aren't even hitting 33% of the time. That's even really good. So yeah, it's just baseball is I think it's going to be a dead sport in the next decade or two. I really do.
I prefer nude legends on ice, yeah.
I don't even know what that is, you fucking sick fuck.
I don't know what it is, but it's better than baseball, goddamn.
It's got to be better than baseball. Sheesh. Going to a game ain't bad, but watching it, I don't know. Unless you're betting on the games, you got some juice. I mean, yeah. Why would I watch? There'd be no fucking reason for me to watch a fucking baseball game,
No.
No reason. Yeah. So, you're probably wondering out there if we have a vintage gaming review on deck. We do. This is an old one, and it's actually, this was in the arcade back in the day. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, today, we have Operation Wolf. You remember that game?
Operation Wolf. Sound familiar. Helicopter game? Or...
It's actually a shooter.
Okay, I'm done.
I was thinking, what you're thinking is Airwolf, the show with John Vincent.
Oh, way off.
I'm not gonna listen to fucking flip yet.
That show was pretty cool, actually. Airwolf.
Airwolf.
Yeah. Him and that old fucker, Ernest Borgnine. Yeah. Oh, Ernest.
That old fucker.
It was them two, man. I remember watching the fuck out of that show because I always had a part where it would show the fucking the thingamadoob. It's not the controls, and it had a button on that bitch, and it'd always push it, and then the fucking thing would go real fast. It would fucking blast off. Shit, it's crazy time. That's on the 80s.
Yeah.
Memories. there. But this game is not that. This game is Operation Wolf. Now, this is an old one, man. This is an old school arcade game. This bad boy came out in 1987 in Japan. The EU, October 87, and North America, December 1987. This is a light gun shooter developed by Taito, and it was ported to many home systems. The game was critically and commercially successful, becoming one of the highest grossing arcade games of 1988, winning the Golden Joystick Award for Game of the Year.
I got a golden joystick there.
Oh,
Operation Wolf popularized military-themed first-person light gun rail shooters and inspired numerous clones, imitators, and others in the genre over the next decade. It spawned 4 sequels: Operation Thunderbolt in 88, Operation Wolf 3 in 1994, Operation Tiger in 1998, and Operation Wolf Returns First Mission 2023. I had to check that one out.
Sweet.
Assuming the role of Special Forces Operative Roy Adams, the player attempts to rescue 5 hostages who are being held captive in enemy territory. The game is viewed from a first-person perspective and is on rails, with the screen scrolling horizontally through the landscape. The game is divided into 6 stages, each of which advances the story when completed. For example, the jungle stage is completed. After it's completed, Adams interrogates an enemy soldier and learns the location of the concentration camp where the hostages are being held. The game uses an optical controller housed inside a gun assembly, which bears a strong resemblance to an Uzi submachine gun. This in turn is mounted on top of a square base covering the pivot shaft, which allows players to swivel and elevate the gun. A geared motor inside the casing simulates the recoil when the player fires the weapon. Pulling the trigger allows fully automatic fire. Pressing a button near the muzzle there launches a grenade with wide blast radius that can hit multiple targets. In order to complete each stage, the player must shoot a required number of soldiers and vehicles, trucks, boats, helicopters, and armored transports, as indicated by an on-screen counter. The player begins with a limited supply of ammunition and grenades, but can find more throughout the game, either openly displayed or revealed by shooting crates and barrels, coconuts, and trees, and animals such as pigs and chickens. Dynamite bombs cause heavy damage to every target on the screen, both enemy and friendly, and a special machine gun power-up allows unlimited ammunition and an increased rate of fire for 10 seconds. Enemies attack with gunfire, knives, grenades, mortar, and bazooka rounds, and missiles. All visible incoming projectiles can be shot out of the air. The player has a damage bar that slowly fills due to enemy attacks or shooting friendly targets such as nurses and boys. Damage can be recovered by collecting health power-ups and completing stages. You ever played this?
I'm looking at it, and I believe so. I don't want to commit to that answer, though. But, man, it looks familiar with the arcade setup with the Uzi there. I believe I have, because that's like one of those that when you go in, and especially when you're a really young kid, you're going to grab that motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Oh. 6 stages. Communication setup mission, jungle mission, village mission, powder magazine, mission ammunition, concentration camp mission aim.
Damn.
Airport mission, the getaway. Completing the airport stage with at least one hostage rescued awards a bonus based on the number of stages played and the number of hostages who boarded the plane. A new operation then begins at a higher difficulty level with a fully healed damage bar and fresh supply of ammunition. The game ends if any of the following events occur, with each outcome showing a different game over screen. Bam! Man, I played this. It was pretty cool. Of course, this is a primitive game, but for when it was released, very cool. We had some home conversions on this bad boy, so it was actually on systems.
Yeah, the 80s had this love affair with commandos and jungle warfare and really just military special operations and just shoot 'em up shit. That was like television and video games galore. It was all most of the shit was based around that.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of that. Like the A-Team. Damn, those are my favorite shows ever.
Oh yeah, fucking Predator. All the Contra. I mean, a ton of that shit. But dude, I mean, it made fucking great entertainment. I mean, fucking awesome video games.
Oh, yeah. Well, this game had several ports converted to Amstrad CPC, DOS, NES, Amiga 500, Atari ST, Sega Master System, FM Towns, Commodore 64, PC Engine, and ZX Spectrum. Most like any kind of light gun support, with the exception of the NES and Master System. It must be played with a keyboard or a controller. That's a bummer. You need a fucking gun.
Dumb.
And the NES had a goddamn good gun, man.
Yeah,
Like,
hey,
that came with a fucking nice fucking light gun.
That's a good fucking question, and you will know the answer to this. And if you don't, maybe you won't. Maybe I'm giving you too much credit. How many light gun games was there for the NES? And I don't want to get too off topic from Operation Wolf, but dude, I only remember fucking Duck Hunt. Was there a lot more?
Yeah, I remember Duck Hunt, and then there was like a police one.
Okay.
And man, to be honest with you, that's the only ones I remember too. I think there were a few other ones though.
I always thought so, but it just seemed like there was not a lot of support for that damn thing.
They should have done a lot more with that. I don't know why they didn't.
I wonder if it was just
It's like the main one everybody knows.
Yeah, I wonder if there's just like a weird cost behind that. You know what? It's good to have the privilege and the benefit of being able to kind of grow up with video games, so you can really appreciate what you came from, but you're like astounded by what they create today. And you know, you've got so much shit and so many ports. But man, back then that gun was a fucking, I mean, that was the shit, man. That was cool stuff, but I don't remember it being on any other game besides fucking Duck Hunt.
Yeah, I don't either. It was really, really well made fucking gun, man. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I wish they, some of these systems will do like homebrew games. I wish they'd do some shit like that with the NES.
I do too.
Bring back some shit under for the light gun, man. PlayStation had a light gun, and it was actually pretty good because I had Time Crisis on that.
Oh, that shit was good stuff, man. I remember the worst. Do you remember that some Nintendo games were unlicensed? So, you know, people could just, you know, I say people, it's not like motherfuckers are in their garage making a Nintendo game, but like companies could make video games. My grandmother found at the Christian bookstore, Bible Stories video game. Man, that game fucking sucked ass. It was,
Man.
Adventures in the Bible or some shit, man. I swear. And it was like,
Jesus, like going across the water or something. Like
I remember trying to play it once just to be a nice grandson. And Jesus going across the wasn't that?
Oh man,
it was.
You see kids like getting excited about that. I mean, it's, you know, I'm not wrecking Jesus or anything, but come on, man.
Man, I ain't knocking on your man Jesus, but
gotta make everything fun. Everything can't be fun, okay?
Dude, it was the hands down. My grandmother, R.I.P. Bought the worst fucking video games. That one was terrible, and I may look it up, and I need to write that down and give you guys a review on that piece of shit. It'll take 3 seconds. I'm gonna summarize. It was a piece of shit. But the other one was Where's Waldo, and I think I mentioned it before, but there's like 6 or 7 puzzles on there, and the motherfucker's in the same spot every time. There's literally no replay value to it. You have a little cursor and you move it on the screen and you click on where the motherfucker's at. Well, there he is. And you play the game again. You crank up that puzzle. He's still in the same fucking spot.
That's funny.
Dude, yeah. A good list of personal worst has got to be in our future because those two are definitely in my top 5.
There's definitely a lot of bad vintage games out there as well. So,
yeah, there really were some really shitty ones, but I mean, honestly, kudos to people that even tried to make games back then because it was a tough racket. But Don't want to distance myself too much from your review here, but yeah, there were some really bad ones. But going back to the light gun, they could have done more with it. And something like Operation Wolf or any other similar games, especially on the NES, if you would have done something with that, man, you would have really had a killer game.
Hell yeah. So I'll go ahead and give this bad boy 3 out of 5. Wrong button. There you go, guys. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
So, I forgot to tell you, J.Wiggy, I had sex with this girl this past weekend.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh man, she has so much hair on her chest, her tits look like coconuts.
No. They have milk in them?
That's the dumbest joke ever.
No, they did not have. No. That would be good if they had coconut milk in them. A tasty treat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hairy titty milk. All right. Well, what does this show happen? What's happened to the show? Okay, so we will get into some XFL picks. Let's take one more call. I got Susan, and where's Susan from? West Virginia. What's up, Susan?
This is Susan. How are you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good. I'm just wondering, who do you think's going to win the NCAA men's tourney tonight? I think it's UConn. What do you boys think? I'll hang up and listen.
Yeah, we just talked about that a minute ago. Right now, I'm thinking UConn. Everybody else did.
Yeah,
looks like they're winning right now by 11, 12, 69, 57. And yeah, so only in the they do quarters, right? Or is it like second half? I don't know. No, they do quarters.
I never understood. I think it's quarters still. Man, everybody always talks about basketball and like knows the rules. I am the most. I don't know shit about basketball. I couldn't tell you a fucking technical foul. I don't know shit about it.
I don't either, man. I don't know. I have no idea. All right. Well, let's get into some XFL picks, everyone.
First down.
Yeah. So, what's the schedule looking like? Well, let's just see what's going down. We got a double header. It looks like on Saturday and Sunday as well. So first matchup, Vegas at St. Louis. What are you thinking there, Wig?
Vegas actually came back with a win, but man, I got to go St. Louis on that one.
Yeah, I'm going St. Louis as well.
I'm going to go Vegas on that,
Rainy Arlington at Orlando.
I'll go Arlington.
I'll go Arlington as well.
I think Orlando's going to come back, and I'm going with him now.
All right. Now, Sunday's doubleheader, Houston at San Antonio.
Be a good game, I think. Houston, a little bit better team. I'll give them the edge.
I'm gonna go with Houston.
I'm going with those Roughnecks, yeah. Houston Roughnecks, because I'm a roughneck. Dumbass.
Right. I don't think so, but all
right. DC Defenders at Seattle.
DC Defenders. I think they come back against Seattle. They dropped. One loss, 1 point. DC for me.
I'm also going to roll with DC.
I'm rolling with Ben DiNucci and the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, cool. We'll have those results next week.
And to top that off, last week's results.
Yeah,
Grant and Whis both at 50%, 2 and 4. J.Wiggy 1 out of 4, 25%. My worst performance on the XFL side this season. Wah, wah.
Oh, well, hopefully we will. Those numbers will come back up next week, and we'll see what happens. I got the USFL coming next month, folks, and we will also be doing picks with that as
Exciting.
well. Yes. Hope you guys tune into the draft in this month, 27th, and check out Baller Buster coming up on the May 1st show. Well, man, what's going on for this this coming week there, J.Wiggy? What you got? Where you headed off to? Did you ever find a good burger joint out there in your last field ride?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep my eyes out because I'm actually going to go back to Knoxville this week. I don't know what day I'm going to go. It'll just be a day trip. So I am going to keep my eyes open. Went last week, but man, weather was shitty on my drive. And I was trying to just keep it between the lines. I've got that going on. Going to be working in the J.Wiggy man cave. That way we all have a place to crash this season. And I am going to hunt down Bible Adventures. I'm going to hunt this pile of shit down. Years ago, I found the cartridge. So I may do some old NES throwbacks. Yeah, that's really it. I also was looking at classic movies this weekend at night, watching some old stuff, Tombstone. So that might be a fun avenue to go down. And, before it gets summer and spring, I guess it's already spring, all the relaxation shit, man. I'm trying to get a few more weeks of chilling at the house in before it's time to get out. We got some Thirsty Thursday ball games coming up that you and I need to go to.
That would be good.
Yeah, we'll have to keep those in the mix. Those should be kicking off. And, we got USFL coming up. So I am trying to get my relaxation in and my hammock time and my project
family
done.
Vacation plan for the summer yet?
Nothing yet. We went on a couple last year, and this year so far it's been quiet, and I like it like that. So giving myself some J.Wiggy time. Grant, what's your outlook look like for the next 7 days? I'm asking like a fucking meteorologist.
Meteorology. Yes, I saw Richard Jackson's following me the other day. Fucking weirdo. Just playing. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening really, man. Doing visits. That's about it. I never know my visits. We just we kind of play it by ear, I guess. So we'll see what happens with that. I got some burgers coming in tomorrow. I'll be being a burger nerd with that, and I got to figure out my next regional burger to do.
Yeah, I want to know what. And you still got some of the tallow, right? That Wagyu tallow.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep it. You strain it. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
So, once I get done cooking, like 2 or 3 times, I'll strain it and reuse it. It's just expensive, so yeah, definitely. So, man, Wissy.
I'm out, y'all.
All right, man. Words of wisdom, Mr. Wiggs, before we get on out of here.
Oh, you put me on the spot. I have, I hope you guys have a good week. No words of wisdom, but tune in. You might just learn something by listening to the Everybody in the Podcast with Grant Mills. What? When he was talking earlier, he sounded like he stepped in gag. Whis Criggy. I was trying to say Criggy, but Whis. And your boy J.Wiggy. So with that, we'll catch you guys next week. Grant Mills, take us home.
Oh yeah, check out the old episodes, everyone, from 1 to 90. Listen to that shit. It's pretty funny, pretty good. All of you have a great weekend. Come back next week, 9:30 in the dirty. You know what we do. Peace.